Alrighty. Hopefully you can hear me. All right, I have a mic on. Guys, welcome. This is AWARE.HOUSE. This is one of the first videos ever I'm taking in my parents' house in this beautiful day. I wish it was outside, but we're going to keep it inside. We're going to keep control of all that audio that might be happening. We got a slow flow today, 40 minutes. Okay, so just going to keep track of time here. We're about ended around, it's 10:54. All right, perfect. We have 40 minutes together. We're going to start in a child's pose. Take your time, begin to release down towards the mat. Really take up space, right? Each knee kind of taking up the length of the mat, toes together, and then release down. Release towards the mat and sink. And just begin to let go. Begin to notice the gravity working on your body. And that's the funny thing about living, right? Gravity is always working us, right? We're always going against gravity, whether we're moving, whether we're picking up our kids, right? Cooking dinner, you're constantly pushing away from gravity. It's rare that you actually just allow it to kind of take over your body, allow it to do its work. Whether that means lengthening your spine in this posture, just releasing, maybe feeling it in your groin, hips as you kind of release towards the floor in your child's. Find some breath here. Find some inhales, find some exhales. And do so at your own pace. Perhaps deepening your inhale, lengthening your exhale, just kind of getting curious about where your body is meeting you, where your body is meeting your mind, your energy body, soul body, physical body. And today, I'd really like you to think about the decisions you make in your life. Right? We make decisions every day, and often the world, society, our parents, whatever, whomever, is telling us we need to do certain things. We should be doing something else, perhaps, than what you want to do. And sometimes we have to sacrifice those wants, those desires for things we need to do for our family, for the good of our family. But I'd like you to really think about those opportunities to kind of say no to the shoulds, to say no to those things that we have to do. Because that's what this practice is all about. This 40 minutes, you'll have a couple opportunities, some dynamic movement to really move in ways that are different than your usual yoga practice, not as, I guess, strict. You can kind of get curious about what your body needs in this moment. So seal in that, maybe even think about a circumstance, a moment in your life where you made a good decision, but not everyone supported you in it, right? Maybe some people question your decision, but you feel really proud of that decision. And slowly walk your hands forward, walk your hands out. And I'd like you to bring a little bit more activity into this child's pose. Walk your hands forward, maybe even come onto your fingertips, shoulders or not shoulders, forearms off the mat as you kind of release down towards the floor. Walk an inch forward with your fingertips, sit an inch back, lengthen your entire spine. So now you only have gravity working on you, but you have your own body kind of pushing and pulling, reaching and sitting back to lengthen. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, slowly walk your way towards the right side of your mat. And as you walk over to the right side of your mat, I challenge you to walk, or invite you to walk another inch or so, right? Where you might be a little bit uncomfortable. And then notice your left glute. You're walking to the right. Notice your left glute kind of pull its way towards the mat. Notice that side body stretch you feel. Feels really nice. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, walk your way back to center. Do the same thing, left side. Walk your hands over to the left. Maybe you get to this kind of easy spot, and then walk another inch or so. Walk a couple inches towards the left. Lengthen your side body. Kind of push into that right glute. Notice the length you build just by paying attention. Begin to walk forward and come to your tabletop. Push into your hands. Knees will parallel together. Drop your belly and begin to just work here, right? This is autonomy. This is your own moment to kind of just push into the mat, perhaps taking it really gentle to start, perhaps just sinking into it, sending it into this really over exaggeration of the posture, maybe lingering in a spot. And continue with this breath to movement for a couple inhales and exhales. Now, I'm a baker. I love to bake. I'm convinced that chocolate chip cookies can solve most anything. That's another story for another day. Anyways, as you continue to move towards this, I'd like you to think about what's called in baking mise en place, which is probably I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it basically means you get out all of your ingredients, you kind of put them on the table. And it's a way to organize everything before you start your process. And in many ways, I think of mise en place as cat-cow, where you're basically taking inventory. You're kind of seeing, you're exploring, you're moving in a way that's kind of new and unique, and you're kind of taking inventory on your fingertips, on your wrists, on what's tight and what feels a little off. So take 2 more inhales and exhales, find your cat-cow, notice what you got going on today. And eventually, you'll come back through center. You'll grip into the mat, grip your toes into the mat, lift your knees off the floor. And you'll come to this bear posture. And I don't think there's ever a class that I don't have bear. I love it. I think that I love it for many ways, right? Immediately, we're building a little heat. Immediately, your body's talking to you. It's saying hello. And you kind of have to stay here. You have to endure it. And that's another reason why I love it. It's just because you have to get inside. You have to start to notice. You have to be really intentional and notice your breath. Notice how your body's feeling and be able to start that resilience, that active resilience in yoga where you get to these points. And you have to find some ease in these points that it feels kind of ridiculous to find some ease. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, knee towards the mat. 1 cat-cow. Find some neutral. And 0. Round. Right hand reaches forward, left leg back. Bird dog. Reach. Reach, extend. Knee to nose. Everything in and up. Couple more of these. Inhale, reach. Find length. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, nose. Reach, extend. This time, as you come in, I'd really like you to over-exaggerate it. Squeeze. Round down. Give it a squeeze. Give it a hold for 3, 2, and 1. Come out. Reach out. Drop your right hand. Kickstand your right leg out. And you'll open up to a modified side plank. Now I'm going to switch sides. Modified side plank. Reach forward with your left arm. Kick back. Option here, knee to nose. Bring everything in. It's slow flow, but I didn't say it wasn't powerful. Reach in and up. You got a couple more. Reach, extend. Come in. Last one, reach, extend, knee to nose. Give it a squeeze, hold it in. Now bring this left knee towards the front of your mat. Find your Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. Reach up. Exhale, cactus and open. And maybe you linger here. Maybe you even find this kind of, movement side to side, right? This opportunity to kind of do what you want here. Eventually your hands will meet the mat. Reach the mat, rather. Wiggle out that left foot. Heel and toe out. Open up. Lizard. And again, you have this opportunity to do what you want, to make the decision that's best for your body. So sometimes I like to really walk out towards the right as my left foot kind of goes onto that left pinky side edge. Feels really nice. But maybe this means like fluid movement and really wiggling kind of laterally left to right, just to see what's happening with the hips. And maybe it's stillness. And you kind of grip the floor, open up. Slowly you'll start to walk your way back through center. Freeing the front foot. Grip the back toe, runner's lunge. Make your way here. And again, circles. It's up and around. Eventually, knee will hit the floor, hands will hit the floor. Tabletop. Find your way back. Cat cow, find neutral. Inhale. Exhale. We find bear again. Grip your toes into the mat. Lift your knees off the floor. And again, we have some little heat. Build in some heat. Now it helps to push your fingertips and push your palms into the floor. And you'll notice this like opening in your chest a little bit. Helps to really dig your heels towards the back body, back of the room a little bit. You can walk your knees forward and find a little bit more inhales and exhales for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees, cat cow, find neutral. You got the other side, bird dog. Left hand forward, right leg back. Reach, extend. I'm gonna start. This way, so I'm in the right spot. Reach, extend. Knee to nose. Reach. Knee to nose. You know the drill. Inhale and exhale. And you're thinking about lengthening your spine. You're thinking about your limbs being parallel with the floor. And you're thinking about this opposite side hand. You like almost aggression. You're pushing into the mat to maintain this open chest. Now give it a squeeze, knee to nose, round down. Stay here. Hold here. Find balance here. Left hand grabs the floor. Right leg stays up. Kickstand out, open up. Reach. Oop. Reach. Find extension, find length. Option to stay here, option to ground down. Knee to nose, bring everything in. Reach, extend out. All right, this is optional. You need to take this. If you'd like to skip, go for it. You got 3. Exhale. 2. And 1. Give it a squeeze, give it a hold. And almost you can push in your elbow to knee and kind of squeeze that here, and you're going to feel it. Now bring the entire entity forward. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Rise up, reach up. Exhale, cactus, open. And again, maybe finding that movement, fluid movement around. Maybe just opening this chest and kind of looking and sinking forward into this right knee joint, kind of forward as you open up. You feel that on the opposite side, hip flexor, quad. It feels really good. Slowly cartwheel down, lizard lunge, heel and toe out. And open. And again, you find your way. Whether that's like movement, like this fluid, like animalistic movement, stillness. So what we're doing right now is we're opening the hips, because a lot of our standing postures, like a sun B, like your warrior 1, it's a lot. It's a lot on the hips. We want to make sure we feel open, we feel good before we're sending it even into those postures, even though those traditionally are warm-up postures. Not that you can start classes that way, but it helps to have hot rooms when you start the classes that way. In a cold room like what we have today, it helps to kind of linger in spots, stretch out the hips before we hit those postures. All right, eventually, wiggle the foot right back to center. Grip the back toe into the mat. Frame the front foot. Knee rises. Wiggle. Wiggle around. A lot of the time, I find myself in yoga kind of moving laterally, because a lot of the time it feels like we're on one plane, like we're on the sagittal plane, moving up and back. Feels really good to move laterally. Slowly ground down both feet, step back. 1 more cat cow. You might be back to a cat cow, who knows? Sink, child's pose. Now this is your home base. This is a place you can always come to, right? And you have the decision, you have the option to lay down the entire class, right? No egos, just do you. Sink back. And slowly, subtly, you're going to ground the floor, ground your hands into the mat, ground your toes into the mat. Downward facing dog first of the day. Dig into the mat. Breathe. Instead. And you find a couple breaths here. You walk out the dog, as they say. And as you kind of find some stillness, you push into the mat, every single fingertip Even your palms are digging into the floor. You're thinking up and back with your spine. And then you have this almost twisting, right, of the upper arm. And the inside of the upper arm almost goes up towards the ceiling as the outside of the upper arm grabs the floor. And you're going to notice this openness in your chest that happens when this is on and this is activated. Now reach your right leg up, three-legged dog. Open up. Take a couple hip circles, one direction, the other direction. Whatever you need. And if this means dropping your knee to the floor and opening up that way, that feels really good. Do that. Right? There's so many options. You come onto your forearms and kind of open this hip. It feels really nice. If you're in a downward facing dog though, I do want you to, or encourage you to keep some contact, keep some integrity with your hands as you open. Slowly bring the foot back to the mat. And find your other side, left leg rises. Perhaps going on the knee, perhaps going on the forearms as you open up. Breathe. And you get to this point where if you open, gravity kind of like holds you there, kind of. It's this little pocket of energy as your hip finds its way to like this levitation kind of. If that makes sense. Go ahead and come back through center, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward. Slow as you can, make your way to the front of the mat. And fold. Bend your knees a lot. So much so that it's like your chest is like laying on your knees as you fold. And breathe. And release your neck, release your jaw, release everything towards the floor. Maybe you wiggle left to right, side to side. Maybe you go for those forearms, wiggling left to right. Eventually, vertebrae by vertebrae, you'll roll up to standing, perhaps keeping your forearms as you wiggle, as you roll up. Eventually, you come to the top, shoulders roll down your back. And let's get really specific here in how you're standing. So it's standing, right? It's Tadasana. You think it's easy, right? We're standing. I want you to dig the toe mounds into the floor. And as you dig the toe mounds into the floor, your thighs will start to engage. Tuck your tail. Knit your ribs together. Roll your shoulders down your back. And then think about your arms like reaching towards the floor. And immediately, you're going to notice a little more intensity. And even standing, right? This can be work to just stand, to just activate these parts of your body. Continue to dig into the floor with your big toe mound. And almost think about your thighs going towards the back of the room as you tuck your tails, you knit your ribs, as you roll your shoulders down your back and reach with your fingertips towards the floor. Arms rise up. Exhale, cactus, hips come forward, open up. Inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, fold in half, half. Halfway lift. Body's in the number 7. Exhale, fold back down, step back into your plank. Now, wherever you are, lower to your knees. We're going to get really specific again. Might have to walk your hands a little bit and slowly find your way to a completely flat back. And notice if you're an inch of your shoulders, are they an inch over your wrists? That's where we want to be. So if you're here, you need to be here. Continue to sink back till you find flat. Find an inch over your wrist. Dig into the floor with your fingertips. And then slowly make your way down. Elbows come to your rib cage. Now as you lower down, they're going straight back. Get to the bottom of the exercise, halfway down, and linger here. And your triceps are talking to you. Everything's talking to you right now. Take an inhale, take an exhale. Take another inhale, take an exhale. Upward facing dog. Keep everything on the floor though, to start. I guess it's a cobra. Rise up, push into the mat, hips glide forward. Look up, and then look right. Look up and then look left. Downward facing dog. Right leg rises, reach. We got some knees, knee to nose, give it a squeeze. Reach, extend. Knee towards nose, give it a squeeze. Reach, extend, three-legged. Knee to the right pinky toe. You're gonna step there. Now, depending on what ability you have, you can bring it here and then physically grab the foot and lower down. Now grip the heel towards the mat. We're in this train tracks. All right, so I want you to see, I'm gonna face this way. So I want you to see there are two separate planes of energy, right? Two separate planes, train tracks, digging into this front leg as you grip the back leg, as you engage this thigh, as you grip the back toe or the back pinky toe. Hips start to look forward, start to. And then you're in it. You're in this warrior one. Inhales and exhales, you continue to try to make your way forward. Try, right? And then you notice this intensity of the posture. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to cartwheel down. Bring the front foot. Step back. Couple options here. You can move through your first chaturanga. Option 2, drop to your knees. Option 3, completely skip it, downward facing dog. Now, if you're going for your first chaturanga, engage your thighs. Engage your thighs. Heels go towards the back of the mat. Step a couple inches forward. We want those shoulders an inch in front of those wrists. Slowly sink down, halfway. Get to the bottom, flip the feet, upward facing dog. Engage those thighs. Bottoms of your feet are into the floor. Breathe here. Think open. Think breaking open with your chest as you still maintain that engagement of your thighs. Downward facing dog. Other side, left leg rises, three-legged. Knee to nose, give it a squeeze. Reach, extend. Knee to nose, another squeeze. Reach, extend. Left foot to the pinky toe or to the pinky hand. Ground down your heel, rise up, warrior one. And breathe. Nice deep bend. We're trying to get to 90 here. As you grab, as you maintain, as you start to walk your hips this way, it's not going to be perfect. And then this left knee starts to make its way over ankle. Perfect. Breathe. Relax your shoulders away from your head if they're up here and stay. You still have that grabbing motion towards the arm or towards the air though, the ceiling rather. Take an inhale, exhale. Cartwheel down, move through your vinyasa, step back. An inch over with your wrists, lower down, flip the feet. Inhale, exhale. Bend the knees, bend the toes, look forward, step, hop, float, front of your mat. Halfway, and fall. Ha. Reach up. Sink chair, first chair of the day. We have yet another option for movement. So as you sink down, nice tucked tail. Weight in your heels. Slowly come onto your toes, arms go behind you, up. Sink, sit. Again, up. Sink, sit. Couple more, up. Sit. Last one, come up. Sink an inch, find it. Breathe here. Stay here. 10, 9, 8. You have this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Heels drop. Fold in half. 1. Halfway. Exhale, fall. Move through your vinyasa. Step back, hop back, float back, or skip. Right? Inch over. Use your thighs. Heels go towards the back of the room. Lower. Flip. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Right leg extends, three-legged. Knee to nose, pull it in. Extend, knee to nose. Extend, warrior one towards the pinky toe. Drop it down, drop your heel, rise up. Exhale, fold right back down. Still warming up here, lower down, or skip, right? Always opportunity to skip. Left leg, three-legged, reach, knee to nose. Inhale, exhale, extend. Warrior one towards the pinky toe, drop your heel, back heel, rise up. Breath to movement, exhale, come down. Step back, lower down, flip the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah. Bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, float, front of your mat. Halfway. Fall, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up to standing. Take your time. We're warm for sure. Roll your shoulders down your back. Reach, chair, sink. Keep it simple here. No movement, just this steadiness. Weight in your heels, maybe hands come to heart center. Exhale, fold. halfway, fall. Step back, hop back, float back, or skip, right? Maybe it's a plank into a downward facing dog. That feels really good. Right leg rises, we're moving through our sequence now. Right leg, knee to nose, give it a squeeze. This time hold, drop, tap, reach up, tap the shin, reach up, tap, reach up, three-legged dog. Pull forward, crescent lunge. 2 lanes, right? Again, you're on train tracks. This time, the 2 legs face the same direction. So they're both at 12 o'clock. Deep bend in your front knee, deep bend in your back knee. So much so that you could put a little cup of coffee and drink your little cup of coffee off this leg. Now thinking about your squeezing the thighs together. And then find movement. So again, you have this opportunity to kind of walk forward, walk around. Maybe it's up and you straighten and you sink in these like little lunges. And you just find it for 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. Sink in. Find it for 3. You're squeezing. 2. Option to drop that knee always. And 1. Find your twist. Drop your left hand and open up. Now, always option to drop that knee. If your knee is up, I want to see some engagement in that heel, right? You can lengthen that leg now and open your chest. Breathe. Slowly your hands will start to come through center. And I'm going to switch again. Drop your heel and open up. Find a warrior 2. So I'm on the same side as you. I'm just finding a warrior 2 opening to you. So you're open. And breathe. Now in your warrior 2, the right leg is an arch line with your back leg. You have a really deep bend. You're trying to get to 90 here again. As you again grip the floor, engage this thigh. And then have this like energy exchange where you're like squeezing your thighs together. Relax your shoulders forward. Now this should be work. Just staying here is work. This is one of the most intense postures, I think. One of the most powerfully energetic and one of the most powerfully grounding, because you're so grounded towards the floor. You're having this energy like move towards the core of your body. Take an inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And breathe. Reach forward. Maybe find extension. Maybe it's reaching up. Maybe find a half bind. Feel it if you want it, if you own it. But wherever you are, you think about your heart. Your heart's open. Inhales and exhales, you stay. Take an inhale and reverse. Reach back. Straighten your front leg. Come back through center. Parallel your 2 feet. Fold in half. And sink. Take a wide leg downward facing dog. Maybe you grab for a block because you like to, because you want to. Maybe don't. But you find this ease here. This like up and back kind of motion with your spine. Eventually your hands walk right underneath your chest. Right hand drops. Open up. Left hand opens. Left hand drops. Right hand opens. Both hands drop. Heels in, toes out, bend into your knees. Hands come to your hips. Rise up. And here we go, guys. You're going to sink into your goddess. And you're going to be here for a little bit. Slowly sink in. There's a wall behind you. You're really proud to do what you do with your nice open chest. And you breathe. And you stay. And there's another moment to get inside. Another moment to greet. To say hello to all that uncomfort. Now we love uncomfort. We welcome uncomfort. We say hello to uncomfort. But if you feel shooting pain, right, that's different. That's warranted you get out. Otherwise, I'd like you to welcome in the uncomfort, say hello. Sink a little more. And you're probably like, fuck this. Yeah, it sucks a little bit. We got another 10 seconds. You have this for another inch, another 10, another 9, 8. Nice open chest. 7. You have this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Continue to find resilience. 1. Star pose, rise out. Parallel your 2 feet, fold in half. Walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Parallel your 2 feet. Take your left leg, step it about, a couple inches forward. Take pyramid. Great option for your blocks here. And so just take a moment and look here. Just notice. So I'm here, I'm hunched. Blocks. Look how much more open my chest is, right? This just feels better. And now I have the opportunity to pull this hip back a little bit as the right hip comes forward. No egos when we grab the blocks because it feels just better for our bodies oftentimes. Inhales and exhales, you strengthen, you lengthen this hamstring. Slowly you bring some awareness, some weight into this front leg, this right leg, standing split. Options for the blocks, step backs in the center, or options to skip the blocks, to walk your hands towards your ankle, to try to get that forehead to your shin here. Try, right? Maybe you're already there, who knows? When we find our squat, left leg knee into the inside of the right knee. For 3, reach. For 2, reach. And 1, give it a squeeze. Warrior 3, come out of it. You have this. Dig into your big toe mound. Find some strength in your standing leg. Kick back. Open your heart, airplane arms. And then breathe. And you're in it. Inhales and exhales, you're so strong. Nice open heart. 2 energy exchanges. You're kicking back. Someone's pulling you forward, the top of your head forward as you ground down to your standing leg for 3, 2, foot to mat, bend into your knee, hold in half. Good job. And really release. Knees bend a lot. Release towards your mat. Let go. Time's flying over here. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, stand up. 1 cactus, open up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Halfway lift. Move through your vinyasa, step back, hop back, float back. Moving to the side so I'm on the same plane as you guys. So move through. Maybe you skip. Maybe you welcome 1 more. Then you find your left leg rises, reach. Need a nose, give it a squeeze, give it a hold. Tap, down, rise right back up. For 3, for 2, and 1. Give it a squeeze, 3-legged dog, reach. Crescent lunge, come forward, come through. Get sturdy, both feet are facing forward. Nice knee bend, both knees. Rise up, and then you find movement. Maybe it's like shaking, right, left to right. Maybe it's straightening. Whatever it is, you're in it, you find it. Reach up, and you sink into it. Sink into your crescent for 3, 2, 1. Find a twist. Option to drop that knee, twist. Option to grab that knee and really think about your back heel. Find your twist, open up. Eventually your 2 hands will come to the center. Drop your heel, warrior 2, open up. Right side this time. And again, you have this really strong foundation. Take an inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Right? As you're in your side angle, you're maintaining this strength, this like power of your legs, the stability of your legs as you reach forward. Maybe you find extension. Maybe you find a half bind, a full bind maybe. Slowly you reverse, straighten the front leg, reach up and back. Feel how good it feels to reach back right now. Come back through center. Straighten, hold, breathe. This time you can decide where you want to go. You can walk backwards, you can walk forwards. You can sink left to right, side to side. Inhales and exhales, wherever you are, find it. But if you're walking your hands backward, you're thinking about your sitting bone. Sitting bone's almost like gonna look up towards the ceiling. Inhales and exhales. Eventually your hands walk back right through center, underneath your chest. Left hand drops, open up, twist. Maybe you twist even more. So much so that this shoulder blade kind of pushes forward as the right. Shoulder blade almost pushes back. It's like this heart opener. Then come back through center and do it on the other side. Twist. Both hands drop. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees, rise up. We have a little like qigong action. So you're gonna sink low and move. And again, you have this decision, right? It's all about decisions today. It's all about just choosing what you want to do, how your body feels, listening to your own intuition. It feels like so woo-woo, but it's like, it's the reality of it, right? We have all these decisions to make in our day-to-day, and oftentimes we think so much about other people, not us. And I'm not saying you don't have to make sacrifices in your life, right? You do, but it all plays a role. Sometimes we just have to be more aware of the decisions we're making every single day in our lives. All right, find stillness, come back through center. Open up. Again, we're in Qigong. We're opening the chest, hugging the tree, and breathe. Come onto your toes. Breathe. Nice and strong, nice and wide. Inhales and exhales. You got 10. You can find another inch for 9, 8. I know this is work. 7, 6. Find another inch. 5. You have this. Find the shakes and own the shakes. 3, 2. Drop your heels. Rise up. 1. Fold in half. Drop. Slowly begin to walk your hands forward towards the front of the mat. And that means your left leg is in front, because I might have messed you guys up. Right leg steps a couple inches forward. Grab your blocks if you have them. Find your pyramid. Ha. Breathe. Inhales and exhales. You're thinking about that left hip kind of going back as the right hip almost comes forward. And you're grounded in that right foot. You're grounded in that right heel, right? Not up. Grounded. Slowly find weight into your left leg. You find a little bend in it, micro bend. Standing split. With blocks, without blocks. You to the center. Maybe you walk your hands toward the ankles. Maybe you don't. And you try to reach that leg as high as you can. Honestly, mine doesn't go that high. I'm an athlete. I came from an athletic background. This is like really flexible. This is a lot of growth for me, but there's still a long way to go, right? We all have a long way to go. All right, slowly, knee and nose, bring it in. Find a squat for 3, 2, and 1. Give it a squeeze. Warrior 3, come out. Airplane arms, kick back. And someone is pulling you forward as someone else is kicking you back. You have a nice open chest. You're grounded into your standing leg, right? This is engaged. And you breathe and you sink forward and you open your chest and you roll your shoulders down your back and you breathe and you continue to work through this posture. Work through what's happening in each muscle for 3, 2, 1. Foot to mat. Gorilla. Grab for each foot and fold. Breathe. Release your hands. 1 more rise up. Reach up. 1 cactus, hips open. Hips come forward rather, open. Maybe some circles are due, right? Maybe they're not. Maybe you're like, what are you doing? Right, do you. Eventually you'll find a forward fold. Oh, just kidding. You'll find hands up. Sink into your chair, your last chair of the day. And you're slowly going to sink down so much so until you find your glutes on the floor. You find a boat pose. Navasana. I always remember Navasana. I think it's Navasana. It's like navel, because it's the boat. All right, and up. Low boat to high boat for 3, for 2, and 1. Find a low boat. Stay here. 10, 9, 8. Find the shakes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release to the mat. Let go. Reach back. Reach forward. Breathe. Sink. Eventually, your knees will find your chest. Rock left to right. Massage your low back. Grab for your right shin. Pull up and back. Supine twist, leg over your body. Gaze is towards the opposite side of the room. Shoulder is still maintaining contact on the floor. Breathe. Eventually come back through center. If you'd like to take this slower, please do so. Grab your right shin, pull up and back. Maybe even rounding it. kind of massaging it a little bit. But we'll eventually go towards the front of the room. Grab for your right shin, or left shin rather. Up and back, find flexion in your foot. Supine twist, legs over the body, gaze towards the opposite side. Slowly come back through center. Take what you need here, whether that's happy baby, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, whether that's legs up the wall. Maybe you want to take an inversion. Take it, own it, love it. And when you're ready, sink to a Shavasana. Legs will extend out. And we have 5 minutes together. Now we're past 40 minutes if you have somewhere to be. If you don't, I encourage you, I welcome you to just sink. And maybe before you even surrender a little bit more towards the floor, you roll your shoulders down your back, you lift your shoulders off the floor, you bring them right back to the earth and just open. Eventually, you'll bring some awareness back, fingers, toes. If you'd like to stay here, stay here. Okay? No need, no rush, nowhere to be. Soak it up. Slowly, you might come to your side, find a fetal posture, send some gratitude to your physical body, send some gratitude to you, to 40 minutes, however time this was, doing this practice for you, for yourself. Eventually, you'll come up to a seat. We'll end class with one really deep breath. So breathe in, belly expands, inhale. Exhale, side away. Hands come to third eye, heart center. That is so wonderful. Just the beginning. Appreciate you even watching. You made it this far. Congrats. We bow and together we say, namaste. Have a day.